Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another scene for the Changeling venue. Here today, we have uh, the good knight going to visit the Puka in trouble, as it were. This is going to be after the Baron scene, which we haven't had yet. That is going to be post-dated for later. But Karina is going to go see Lucy and check up on her and make sure that everything is all in order with her.
You'll probably see Lucy away from all the other people or all the other kids. She's drawing. She's definitely not playing with her tarot cards because that would be bad.
All right. Yeah, Karina will come in. Again, just a very, very cold exterior. What seems to be a lot of emotion boiling under the surface. But she still composes herself very well. She comes and Karina will just ask in her same old, very cold, monotone, icy monotone voice, What is that you're drawing?
Looking at the picture, you'll see a butterfly, a monkey, a mouse, and two bunnies. And she'll be like, my family. Yeah, actually, my family. Out of character, they're technically not, but they mean enough to her.
I get
you. To add some liveliness to the dead tone of the she and because there's a knight on this expedition, I guess we can have Tobias there, who will look over Karina's shoulder at the artwork. Looks like dinner, in a joking fashion.
Lucy doesn't even seem phased. Like, she just has gotten used to that, and you can definitely tell that she doesn't really want to be here.
He kind of frowns a bit, hoping that he'd be able to, like, josh her a little bit.
Yeah, she smiles softly. That's okay.
I'm sorry, I don't think we've met.
Name's Tony. He'll offer his hand. After having, even though he gives the name, you've like this happened after the meeting with the Baron. You'd seen him floating around the Baron's castle, and obviously he has a red sash, so you know he's a squire.
Okay, so he's squire to House Fiona.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. So as what did he call himself, Tony?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. As Tony extends his hand, Karina will take it. She'll respond. Karina.
And he's obviously a puka. He's some sort of wolf puka.
Are you here to visit as well?
I was just kind of in the neighborhood.
Understood then. Karina will turn to Lucy and ask, So, how's it been here? How are you holding up?
She looks at you with really soft eyes and she says, It's been great. Everybody's nice to me. I'm able to play a lot and have fun. Obviously, she does not. Like you
Of
see
course.
drawings everywhere.
Of course, of course, of course. She's learning Puka'ese very slowly. Crane is going to do one of the first affectionate things she's ever done, and just kind of stroke Lucy's head.
Lucy will just kind of hum.
Is there? My father wanted to ask for you. Is there anything that could bring or get for you?
She smiles and she's like, I don't know. The only thing I could really want is maybe seeing my friends, but that's not going to really happen.
Is it not happening now?
She smiles and she's like, true. And she gives Karina a hug.
Still unsure of how to take those. Still doesn't know how to deal with those.
Tobias will pull out of a backpack one of those fresh Walmart pack of colored Sharpies and just kind of shake and set them down for her.
Yeah. I bet Tobias is getting a fucking kick out of the she not knowing how to be a person.
And seeing that, it's like, that's okay. Here's how you hug, and he'll add to like a group of things. Like, you just wrap your arms around and you squeeze, and he'll just like, with all his might, which is probably strength 3, just kind of like, ah!
This actively makes it worse.
Lucy's like, oh, really? I have to squeeze harder? And then so she uses her strength 1 and starts squeezing harder.
Rena's sitting there trying to look as dignified as possible. It is not working.
My plan is working.
She smiles and she says, thank you. I'm sorry I'm causing so much problems.
Lucy?
Sorry.
No. Stop apologizing.
She just kind of looks down and she's like, okay. But I still can't help to feel like I've troubled you guys.
Children
comes and goes.
Things. And she'll kind of rub Lucy's shoulder. It's obvious Karina is very much trying to be comforting right now, but it's a fucked up Viking she version of it.
Lucy will kind of turn to Tobias and then she'll kind of say, have you heard anything of my friends or my mom or anyone?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that's coming in and out. Probably have to go through it. I'm sure there's something there.
She'll nod.
He'll pull another thing out of the bag. I know it's kind of a consolation prize, but I wouldn't call it official considering the circumstances, but I know it had been talked about earlier. And he'll pull out this long white sash. It's like technically it's not official. Instead of like tying it around the waist, as you would for a knight, he does it like a sash. So the title is more official, like person of the barony with an official title, as opposed to a knight, considering the circumstances.
She'll smile. He failed to do his Fior.
It's my understanding. I think. I can't recall. Like I said, it's been a busy time.
She's frowning. She kind of looks over at Karina, like with kind of like sad eyes.
It's literally like staring at a dead fish.
We have an open yard here and everything. Maybe I'll give a nudge. Maybe you can train her in your wise ways.
I would not necessarily consider myself wise, but
He'll look between the two belts, between the two, and it's like, well, I mean, most would say wiser than me.
fair enough, then, I suppose.
She smiles and she says, "Well, I definitely want to learn more."
I'm going to reiterate how cold and emotionless Karina sounds generally as she looks to Lucy and says, one of the biggest things that you have to remember is take the time to smile and enjoy life. It'll sometimes seem like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And you must remember that you must have something to escape from all of that. It doesn't matter what.
She smiles and she's like, "Maybe I'll start singing some more."
Maybe. Also, on top of that, you may serve a lord, you may serve someone above you, but they wouldn't give you the position that you have if they thought that you were undeserving of it.
She'll nod.
If they can, the least that you can do is trust yourself.
That's true. And I'm I don't know. She'll kind of like rub her eyes, like they're kind of red, like she was crying a little bit before, and she just smiles really big, and she's like, "You know what? I'm still lucky to have everything I have." So I'll work harder.
Just remember to have a childhood.
She kind of spins around and she's like, "Don't worry."
Very well then.
kind of wish I could just sneak out of here. And she smiles really slyly.
You do not want to know some of the suggestions that I had.
Oh, really? She says, giggling.
Karina just looks over to Tobias. It's almost as if she was telling a joke with that. It's almost as if she was trying to tell a joke.
Were some of those suggestions to slay the evil monster victoriously?
Something of the like. I was then told that raids were a very, very poor idea, which, upon further reading, I do agree with.
I don't know. Maybe I'm over here for one thing. And she smiles and she says, maybe I can brighten this place up a little bit.
Karina looks around, and she responds with, it could certainly use some brightening, I suppose.
Sean,
Uh-huh.
if I used Spring 1 for a scene, like for like an area, would it just brighten things up and kind of make things like seem more cheerful?
What does Spring 1 do again?
Awaken. Gives new energy to the target, determined by the realm. Anything that is dormant or frozen will return. Anything that is barren or void becomes the home of a new spark of life. The specific effect depends entirely on the realm and the context when it's cast, but Awaken's primary function is to rouse anything inert. The number of successes determines how powerful the effect. One success would be enough to start an old car, blah, 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 blah. 5 successes, stop stasis. It actually talks about where's it at? After watching a writer struggle to put words on the page, a helpful troll plants a seed in the target's mind so that they may become the next great story of his generation. So inspiring glamour.
Okay. How much scene do you have?
I think I have 1.
Okay. In a small area or a handful of targets. Okay.
Oh no, I've seen 2.
Okay. So that's pretty alright. What's your target?
I think she's just going to target like the room in general, like, or maybe if she targets the room in general, like, would that just be seen and making the area seem brighter, or?
Yeah, it depends on the target area. Where are you? Where's this at?
I would probably say like where everybody is. She's gonna sing.
Okay. Now go ahead and cast that. We'll knock 2 off for the bunk.
Okay. Do I have the dice roller? No, I don't have that up yet. Hold on. I think I would have. Rolling it would be so 2 scene and then her realm and spring, so that would be 5 dice.
Diff 6.
Minus 2. Diff 6? Okay. She got 1 success.
Okay. Yeah, the place seems a little brighter. Um, Shortly after that happens, can I get a kenning roll for both of you? I'm starting to, like, I think that need is starting to kick in, so I'm going to go ahead and do the plot thing and let you guys handle stuff, because I think I might have to call them out.
Oh, sorry, I'm not catching you. I didn't catch all that. All I heard, I pretty much heard I'm gonna need a perception kenning.
Yeah, perception kenning, go ahead and do that. I'm going to get the plot point, because I think this need is starting to kick in. I'm going to have to call it a night.
That's fair. I was talking all that good shit, and I'm running out of steam too. Can you shoot me the link, Steven, please, for the dice tournament?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 3 successes.
Okay.
I have 2.
Yeah, there's a cantrip definitely cast. You can see the one that, it's really obvious because it happened right in front of you that Lucy cast. And there's something else there. You can't quite put your finger on it. And it wasn't Tobias. There's something cast around here in your general area. Can I get a regular perception alertness from Lucy? Oh, and for you, Karina, the target was definitely Lucy.
Okay, perception alertness. What is this based on?
Sight
Okay, so she wouldn't have anything.
and standard diff.
3 successes. No, she has 4 successes because she got a 10.
You look over the drawings that you've done, and you see one that's odd. It looks like you drew it, but you don't recall drawing it. It looks like a person sitting in a room, and there's this doorway with a bright light that is coming out of it that leads somewhere. It's definitely not where they're at. And on the bottom, written in handwriting, is "Let's fly together in the endless sky."
Lucy will just kind of go, "Let's fly together in the endless sky." What does that mean?
Tobias will give kind of a puzzled look.
She'll grab the paper and then she'll kind of walk over to Tobias and she'll hand it to him and she'll say, "I didn't draw this."
So look over. Are you sure?
I'm positive. I mean, I could have drawn it.
He'll motion Karina over.
All right, yeah, Karina will kind of turn up.
And it doesn't look any different from the other drawings that she's done.
It's even like Lucy's style.
Mm-hmm. And what I described to her, you don't see. It looks like everything else she's drawn.
The walk together in the endless sky thing and all that.
Nope. Yeah, none of it.
Okay. She'll tilt her head. But she does know that Lucy was the target of another cantrip, right?
Correct.
Okay. She's going to tilt her head and she'll say, "I do not see anything odd about this picture."
Lucy will look at it again and she's like, "But that means
gone.
something. It's not there anymore."
I do know, though, someone casted something on you. I'm unsure of what it was. Do you feel any different? Do you feel compulsed to do anything? Do you feel like someone is invading your mind or altering you?
Can she roll perception alertness to feel like?
She wouldn't need to roll. There's nothing that, no compulsion, no to do anything, nothing like that.
No, it's just. I mean, well, who wants to fly with me in an endless sky?
Tobias will start looking around. And then he turns back to the group and still not putting two and two together.
So, I think someone's giving me a message, but I don't know what it means. Do you think it might be my friends?
Let's not go there quite yet. We still don't know what this is.
True. It's just the first sign of hope I've had in a while.
You're not wrong. If it lifts your spirits, then that's at least something. However, be careful.
She'll nod. I'm thinking that there's something interesting happening here. She'll say, the man who took me here, it was like he had repressed glamour or something. Is there something wrong with this place?
Press glamour. Do you think you can elaborate?
It was like underneath all the banality, there was a tiny shred of glamour that wanted to come out, but it was trapped. It was gross. Like maybe somebody's forcing people from having glamour?
Out of character, how banal is this place, Sean?
The place itself where you guys are at, since it's the kids, it's more banal than average, but it's not super banal. It's like maybe a 5 or 6. Like for having kids here, it's higher than average, but it's not like
It's
horrible.
not even like a regular person.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she'll look around. I'm not sure. At this point, anything is a possibility. However, I do not think that it is the worst idea to keep eyes on this place.
With everything that's going on, I need to be aware of anything that happens. Like Guess I'm gonna be sleeping with one eye open.
Karina forces a smile at that one because she understands that Lucy uses humor to get through bad situations. But she will respond with, "It is not a bad idea. It will always be close by.
She'll nod.
I will make sure that if I am not, that someone always is."
Still, I think there needs to be more investigating. I can't really look at anything, but if you find anything about soaring through the endless sky, can you tell me?
I will make sure that you know if I find anything.
She'll nod. And I'll try to make this place seem cheerful while I'm here.
If for no one else but yourself.
This may actually be a word, since the other one was chimerical because it was an area, but since she's like gonna be reaching over and giving a kiss on Karina's forehead, she's going to use the .1 of spring on her to
Okay.
give her a touch of glamour.
Okay.
Difficulty 6. Sean?
Yeah.
And she has Fey 2, so she can affect nobles.
Yep.
3 successes.
All right. So what is going to happen is, as she completes this, Karina's features will soften quite a bit. As she seems almost motherly. Basically, what Lucy has done is melted the very cold and icy exterior.
Aww.
That being said, she's not very good at expressing things still, but yeah. She will grab Lucy's hands, which she doesn't initiate contact that often, so it's already changed. And she'll look Lucy in the eye, and she will actually say, with some emotion this time, "We're going to get you out of here."
Lucy smiles. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Lucy will just kind of say, well, I didn't do much.
You didn't have to.
And she'll give her a big hug.
Karina's gonna hug it back very tightly.
Tobias is over there taking pictures.
Yeah.
Lucy will get the whisper in her ear. You tell no one that I did this.
Too late. The puka saw it.
Hey, Puka, ain't nobody gonna believe the Puka.
Oh, that's what you think.
Okay, anything else that we need?
Not that I can think of.
I will send you something in PM, Steven, that is they're leaving that your character starts to hear.
Okay.
And while they'll be too far off to know it, I'll just go ahead and give it to you. Yes, cantrip went off.
Okay.
I'm doing this to you because I don't want to ruin it for Tim. And if Tim finds out, Tim will be slapping me for sent you this song.
Aw, shit.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit the end of the broadcast.